we're going to be doing some hand carding. So these are hand carders. They're covered in this carding cloth with these pins, and the idea is to get this washed fibre into a state where we can craft with it. So we're wanting all of the fibres, or as many of the fibres as possible, to go into the same direction. So we're going to take a little bit of fibre. It's always best to underdo than overdo, and to start it off we're just going to separate out the fibres a little bit, just fluff it up just that little bit, just to start yourself off. So once we've done that, what we're going to do is we're going to put it onto one of the carders. So the best way to do it is just to start at the top and just lay it on, just a little bit at a time, like this. And at this point we can have another look at the fibre and just get rid of any little nets that are going to get in our way and pull those out. So this is sheep's wool, and this is a little bit coarser than something like alpaca, but it also cards slightly easier as well. So once we've got that laid onto the first hand carder, we're going to swap hands. Use your dominant hand to use the empty carder. So in this case I'm right-handed, so I'm using my right hand. I'm going to hold the loaded carder like so, and I'm going to hold the other carder like this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a rocking motion just to start combing through the fibre like this. That's it. So it's starting to transfer onto the empty carder. I'm just going to keep doing that 3-4 times just until it starts to get nice and straight. Then what I want to do is transfer the rest of the fibre from the loaded carder onto what was the empty carder. And the way to do that is I'm going to put them both up in the same direction and then use my right hand to fit onto the combing pins on the other one and just brush it down like so. So it's all transferred onto that one. Then I'm going to do it again, but now this one's a loaded carder, so I'm going to swap hands. So that's now in my left hand, and I'm going to pick the other carder up like so, and we're going to start again. So we're going to give it a brush, and as you can see, each time we do it, the fibres are getting more and more straight and smooth and into the state that we want it to eventually be. So do that a few times, and then again we're going to put them both upright and use my right hand carder to join with the pins on the left hand carder just to transfer the rest of the fibre onto that one. So we're going to do it one more time. So swap hands again, we've got it in that direction, and we're just going to rock it across like so. Obviously the more you do it, the straighter everything is, so depending on what craft you're doing, depends on how smooth you want it. So both upright, use the right hand one, brush down the left hand one, and just transfer it all into the same one. So once it's in the state that you want it to be, just going to take that little darker bit off, I'm going to put down my other carder, and then we're going to take this off. So all we're going to do is just gently pull from one side to the other, and it's off. And as you can see, most of it's in the same direction, and if I roll it up into a rolag, we then have fibre that we can use to felt with, to spin with, whatever we want to do with it, and then we have it, and we just do that over and over again.